It's another turnover on Ames. If I'm not mistaken, that's his third. Right side top in, they cash in off the turnover. Boy, it's been a disastrous start to the game for the Timberwolves. They are down 48-29. It's a 23-4 run dating back to the end of the first quarter. The Wolves need to wake up.
Yeah, at one point in that first frame, this game was tied up at 25, and then the Knicks able to close out the rest of the first half, nearly doubling up Minnesota, 51-27. At the halftime break, the points off turnovers advantage was 25-0 for New York. 25 points off of 12 Minnesota turnovers in that first half. They were able to balloon the lead as large as 27 halfway through that second quarter, and still led by 24. Quite a comfortable cushion through two quarters. We knew all the issues the Wolves had so far this season in terms of the third quarters, and, well, they really had their work cut out for them this time around, trailing by 24 entering that third frame. They tried to claw their way back into this one, but every time they made a move, New York had an answer.
Towns flips it off to Ant. He'll rise up, right side three on the way. Good. 17-point game. 10-0 Timberwolves run. The other thing that will happen is the crowd will start to get into it. Horn set. Brunson to his right. Shoved off on Russell. It could have been an offensive foul. Out to Barrett. Right side three is good. It's a big-time answer by R.J. Barrett.
Barrett had 22 in the game, one of three triples he hit on the contest, and again, that was kind of what it was for New York, as Minnesota did try to scratch and claw their way back in this one, but New York had the answers when they needed them the most. They still carried a 23-point lead into the fourth, so the Wolves really only able to cut that deficit down by 1 point. 12 minutes left, time really ticking away. The Wolves had to be perfect, and they did rally as close as 13, still with about 9 minutes to play, so plenty of time left. But once again, Jalen Brunson helping keep Minnesota at arm's length and really slamming the door shut on one final Timberwolves rally.
Randall's got it against Anthony Edwards. Starts to back him down. Here comes the double. And now cross-court pass deflected. Toppin able to knock it over to Brunson. The three ball, yep. Timeout, Crispin. 108-92. It's a 16-point Knicks lead. Big-time three by Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, Alan, Stat Monitor actually late to update there. A 6-0 answer from the Knicks reestablished a 19-point cushion for New York, and it was essentially over from there. They threw things into cruise control. Wolves get outscored by 24 points at the three-point line. They commit 18 turnovers. Again, 12 came in that first half when really this game was decided, as the Wolves never rallied close enough to make it a legitimate ball game. Randall led all scorers, 31 points on 8 of 13 from the field for the big man. He was 9 of 15 overall. Jalen Brunson added 23 points and 8 dimes. Knicks as a team shot nearly 40% from deep. They connected on 19 of 48. Wolves, meanwhile, struggled, just 11 of 41. That's a 27% mark. Karl Anthony Towns led the way for the Wolves, 25 points, 13 boards, and 7 dimes, also a pair of steals. But the rest of the starters, especially that backcourt, struggling to shoot the basketball. You heard head coach Chris Finch asked about Anthony Edwards and him kind of taking a while to get going in this one. He was 5 of 14 from the field, finished with 16 points and 9 boards, but much of that damage came in the second half after the Wolves had, of course, already spotted New York quite a lead. So the Wolves suffer this loss. They're now 5-6 on their season. They fall back below 500. Knicks, meanwhile, are now 500. They are 5-5 on their season after this victory. Still no player reaction just yet. We will take one final pause, come back and try to hear from a Timberwolves player at the podium reacting to this setback, and we'll have more of our postgame coverage coming up next right after this on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
When it comes to watching the game, it's always nice to sit and savor a delicious snack. And Jack Link's protein snacks always hits the shot. Jack Link's beef jerky is made with 100% beef that's simply seasoned in hardwood smoke to deliver a mouth-watering, flavorful, good source of protein, convenient snack. Jack Link's, the official protein snack of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
When it comes to your health,